If you didn't already think that summer is moving by quickly, consider this. The August issue of Down East magazine is now out. Lots of good stuff in it. With us here to talk about it is Editor-in-Chief Will Grunwald. Good to see you as always, Will. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks, Rob.
Let's start with an article about Katahdin Woods and Water National Monument. Talk about time going by quickly. It has been around now for a decade. You've got a really nice, lengthy piece that digs into where this has been and where it might be going. What were sort of the questions that you wanted to look at here?
Yeah, sure. So, when Katahdin Woods and Waters was designated a national monument a decade ago now, I think most people might recall that there was some controversy around it, pushback, and also excitement about what it could be, and especially what it would mean as like a recreational economy asset for the region. And so we wanted to sort of evaluate to what extent it has lived up to what proponents wanted it to be, both in terms of looking at the way the park itself has developed. When it was brand new, signing a monument into existence doesn't confer infrastructure, right? That takes time. So we wanted to look at what's happened inside the boundaries of the monument and also what's happened in communities outside to see what kind of impact it has had.
And it's interesting because it remains a place that an awful lot of Mainers still have not been to.
Yeah, no, and it's definitely, people should check it out. It's a lovely, quiet spot, especially compared to, say, Baxter right next door, and pairs well as a trip.
Speaking of places that people ought to check out, you've got a really nice piece on quarries in Maine. Staff photographer Dave Waddell took the photos. You wrote about it. What were you looking into here? Because I really enjoyed this piece. It's like a little burst of summer as you turn the pages.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. And I think you would be hard-pressed to find someone who's as fascinated and sort of passionate about quarries as Dave. He's been talking up this idea for, I would say, years now.
And he finally beat you down, huh?
He did. And he's just been going out on his own and swimming and hiking and photographing quarries, especially, a lot of granite quarrying in Maine was centered around Penobscot Bay and that sort of upper mid-coast. And what he's put together is a set of photos that I think is beautiful. It shows off the way people use these spaces today. It touches on their really interesting history.
And I like that we spend so much time in Maine. You do, I do, all of us do, talking about the lakes and the ponds and about the ocean. It's kind of fun to see a different form of water where people have fun.
No, it really is. And the photos too, they also remind me of that Jurassic Park, life finds a way line, because these are very once damaged landscapes that when you look at these pictures, they're quite beautiful, and nature really has reclaimed them.
They really are. Let's end with another really interesting piece. It's called Keeping Maine Beautiful, and you're looking at people who are doing just that in a most unusual way.
Yeah, so this piece was occasioned by an observation that I'm sure a lot of people have made, which is that as you drive down the road after the winter and everything is melted off, there is a lot of garbage and litter just scattered all around the roadside. We wanted to take a look at both sort of the anthropological value of examining what it is that Mainers are either losing or throwing out their windows, and also to meet some of the people who clean up after the rest of us.
And we won't spoil what's in the article, but one of the people who is picking up litter and trash along the roadsides has 100,000 followers online. So this is kind of a phenomenon.
No, it really is. Yeah, he's a plogger. He jogs, and so in the process of getting exercise, picks up roadside debris and gets some bottle redemption value out of it too.
Boy. All right, 3 good articles. That's just part of what is in the August issue of Down East. Will, thanks as always.
Yeah, thanks, Rob.
Again, downeast.com is the place to go for more information, and stick around. We're going to be back with more of 207 right after this break.